The San Antonio Spurs draft Taylor Hendricks. How would you feel about that, Spurs fans?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. While I was looking for something to talk about with our San Antonio Spurs today, I saw this article from Air Alamo yesterday that says, could Taylor Hendricks be the 3-and-D forward to push the Spurs into the modern era? Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know much about him. I caught a little bit of the article, very, very little. I did see on some other websites he's moving up on draft boards. So if we don't draft first or second, and I got to think, Victor Wembanyama first, Scoot Henderson second, and after that, who the heck knows? I'll be doing more videos like this in the future, but I don't really know this kid. So Spurs fans, drop a comment down below. If they were to draft him, would you be happy with that? And if we draft him, what the heck happens with our starting roster? Sohan going to run the point forward to be our point guard, and then we have Trey Jones not start. I don't know what they would do with starting roster if you draft him there forward. Would he come off the bench? You don't usually draft lottery picks in the top 3, 4, 5 wherever we draft. I don't know. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up to help support the channel. It is fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's get into the article. Who is he, and what does he do? Taylor Hendricks, offense. One of the steepest risers in the draft class, and he showed immense upside as a stretch four, nailing 40.9% of his 132 catch and shoot three-point attempts. Quick, fluid, high release on his jumper with rapidly improving footwork that allowed him to bury shots when backpedaling into the corners or drifting into space. By the way, I believe I saw he was 19 somewhere. I think he's a teenager. All right, person working out. I don't know why I stopped there. While he is not a genuine movement shooter, Hendricks might have some potential. It's right there, and this is the paragraph below. Potential as a pick and pop threat. The 19 doesn't need much time to set up shop, and defenders can't afford to sag off on him or he'll make them pay for leaving him open. Flashes of him to become an effective pick and roll scorer, and he is a little slender, but he's 19. He's got plenty of time to bulk up. A lot of these guys in draft we're talking about are slender. Effortless explosiveness and ability to sprint the floor. Ooh, I like that. Will provide him off-ball utility at the next level. Solid cutter, excellent lob target in the dunker spot, which, Jeremy, you don't mess with the Sohan has been shown to be a very good lob threat. So imagine having 2 lob threats in our starting lineup. We haven't had that in, Twin Towers, maybe? Unless I'm missing something. I don't think we really had anything since then, but I could be wrong. He gauges on the offensive glass, soars for tip-ins and putbacks, incredibly dangerous in the open court. So I like what I'm reading so far. Just moving right along. Tremendous finisher when he has a clear runway to load for dunk. All right, so with this guy, I'm going to be yelling Thunder Dunk of Justice a lot. He was atrocious below the rim in the half. Oh, I don't like that. He was atrocious below the rim in the half court, shooting a disconcerting 40% on layups. He demonstrated poor touch in traffic and lacked the upper strength to play through contact issues compounded by his overdependence on getting to his right hand. So, all right, there's some things that need to be done, some things that need to work on. The teenage forward isn't projectable as a self-creator in the NBA, has an elementary handle, and lacks comfort performing dribble combinations. Looks like he panics and commits turnovers, and his most glaring deficiency is how slow he transitions into his pull-up shots when getting to his spots. All right, there's some negatives, some positives, and some negatives. With that all being said, Spurs fans, has promising moments as a face-up scorer. He can freeze defenders. He can rock the deck on a 14-footer. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And let's get on to the next page, which I believe is defense. Something the San Antonio Spurs definitely need. Our defense was atrocious last year. Absolutely. This is probably, all right, looking just this first sentence there, this is probably why he's being tutored as somebody the Spurs could use. The former Knight is one of the best defensive prospects in this cycle. He is a legitimate multi-positional defender who should cover 3s and 4s with no issue and handle guards and centers in a pinch. So he's likely going to be able to switch very easily between the 1 and 4, something that Sohan does. If he needs to guard a 5, that's great too. He's got speed, length, and a frame with room left to fill out, so needs to bulk up again. So this is a guy, modern NBA, that can defend the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4, and I suppose the 5 if needed. He smothers drives from forward to supersized wing with his reported 7'3" wingspan, absorbs contact well, and even if his man beats him, he has the tools to close the gap for rear view contests. Block a shot. I read it. All right, anyway. Hendricks is a servo post defender with a stable base. All right, so far, big guys are going to be able to knock him around because of the size we talked about already. As impactful as he is in man-to-man situations, he's even more potent in team defender. Routinely makes the correct rotations, talks with his teammates, tags roller. I haven't heard that before. Help me now, comment, tags roller. So he's like yelling somebody out. And supplies gap help before closing out to get a hand up versus shooters. His foul rate is low. That's good. And avoids boneheaded mistakes through his screen navigation. Though his screen navigation could be smooth. I like seeing that. Avoids boneheaded mistakes. All right, whatever. And 6'9" stopper is an unbelievable weak side rim protector that uses his superb awareness, impeccable timing, effortless bounce, outstanding ground coverage, and long appendages to block and alter shots. All right, so what's the negative here? He's got a motor as well, okay. Several eye-popping chase down swats and single-handedly busted multiple 2-on-1 advantages that prevented guaranteed points in transition. So he was able to get back in transition and stop a fast break. He's disruptive in passing lanes, active hands, lightning fast reactions. What's the negative here? There isn't much nitpick with Hendricks, but his rebounding was below average for someone with his measurables and athleticism. Okay, while he corralled some impressive boards in a crowd, his effort to box out was inconsistent, and he relinquished tons of second chance points. All right, well that's a bit of a negative for your Spurs fan, because that's something we gave up a lot last season. Second chance points, third chance points, fourth chance points sometimes. So rebounding is definitely we need help on. They do say here though, Howard being a perimeter-oriented defender might have skewed those numbers. This is if we draft, I've gone on the record. If we draft first, we got to take Victor. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Spurs fans, but this season, was he pretty much relatively healthy the whole season with this team? Didn't miss any time, so maybe he's kind of shrugged the injury bug. I mean, with a Victor Wembanyama type player, I still think that's a player that's going to have a window like a Yao Ming type player, where if you're going to win, it's got to be in the next 8 to 12 years, and then after that, that's probably it. I don't see him playing till he's 35. Definitely not playing till he's 40. I think his career is going to. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think he's going to be a player that plays till around he's 30, early 30s, and his body just eventually going to give because of just his body frame, the size, getting banged into by NBA players. So that being said, Victor first. I got to think Scoot second. After that, there's a lot of different prospects. He's moving up the draft board. He just happens to be throwing the basketball at my TSR Sports logo right there. Spurs fans, is this somebody you might be interested in? If we were to draft third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh. I have seen that he's projected to go a little later in the lottery. So if we do draft, which will kill us all, I'm sure, sixth or seventh, is this a player you'd want? Or if we draft third, is this a guy you'd want? If we draft, he's not going first overall. We know that. But if we were to draft second, would you want him to take him? Let me know, because I don't follow much college hoop. I know the few top prospects, but after that, really the knowledge starts to go woo like this real quick. And I'd be very curious on your thoughts, Spurs fans, on Taylor. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And as always, go Spurs, go!